I've just made the worst streaming mistake in the history of my channel. A mistake that might be the reason why I lose around 80 to 100 average viewers and hundreds of monthly reoccurring paid subs. But this same mistake might be the difference in whether I am a content creator for just 2 years with 150 average viewers or another 5 years and potentially reaching thousands of viewers. Let's talk about that mistake today. Today, I have a very different video for you because I don't have a script, but I think as someone who does stream education to people who want to be streamers, it's an important video for me to cover. Even to just avoid the hundreds of comments who will tell me I fell off when I inevitably drop down to 50, 60 average viewers very soon. So what was my mistake? What horrific accidental choice did I make that is going to cause massive setbacks in my streaming career? Well, I will tell you that in a second, but first, let me tell you about our sponsor, Own.tv. I want to say thank you to our sponsor, Own.tv. You guys should know about Own by now. They're a fantastic resource for any streamer, and I wanted to highlight some of their packs that you haven't seen before. They have both animated overlays, alerts, and more for your stream, but they also have static overlays that take up much less PC resources. This means you can let those resources focus on encoding your stream and making your gameplay buttery smooth. We have a link in the description, so if you want to, you can go click that and check them out, see if you find your brand new overlay that fits your content perfectly. And if you do, let me know which one you grabbed and what you like. I'd love to check it out. Massive thank you to Own for supporting this channel as well. So if you want to support me, go and support them with that link in the description because it really helps us out and we couldn't keep making these videos without them. But let's get into the mistake. Anyone who has been a fan of this channel or of my stream will know that in February of this year, a domino effect of frustrating and annoying issues began for me. What started as internet faults in my neighborhood turned into months and months of ongoing technical issues, and then into getting horrifically sick and a lot of other things outside of my control that led my stream to start struggling. Now, I can't control a lot of those things that I just mentioned, and my community stood by me for the entirety of it. Plus, thankfully, this YouTube channel keeps me going as well. It's actually my main income, and I continue to stream when I could. But the issues had caused a very obvious drop in paid subscriptions, active chatters, and average viewers. 3 things that sadly a lot of my self-esteem as a streamer is tied up into. This was not a good thing for someone who wants to create content, to feel completely hopeless when trying to create content. As a streamer, I felt less worthy, less entertaining, and my very real imposter syndrome became extremely hard to deal with. And if you didn't know anything about me, ever since I was young, I've had quite an extreme and diagnosed anxiety issue. I've worked through a lot of it, but recently, it's not been fun. I struggled to go live because I just assumed the content would be bad, so why bother? And that's why there have been a lot fewer uploads on this channel. We used to do once a week, and then it cut back to once a month most of the time. And it's also why, despite most of those issues being resolved, my stream schedule has still been very sporadic. Look, that is all the doom and gloom I want from this video. Instead, I want to talk about what I plan on doing moving forward and how I plan on recovering or growing my stream again from a setback like this. Because I want to tell you guys my mistakes so that you can laugh at me for them, and hopefully if you laugh at them, you'll remember them better and you'll always learn from them. The first big step is the scariest, but I've completely changed my stream schedule. I've streamed in the same time slot for 2.5 years now. Every night, I went live at 7:13 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, and I would transition from a starting soon screen at exactly 7:15 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Times. It was locked in. That was my routine. And before that, I would usually work all day on videos, scripts, planning out the stream, and whatever else I had to do. That was my routine, and I did it fairly well, which was fine during the lockdowns because I couldn't go see friends or family anyway. My wife was home all day, she worked from home, so we could spend time together still. But now I'm realizing that because of my time slot, I'm actually incredibly isolated. I know that sounds really dumb. Streaming to hundreds of people, getting thousands of comments, and then saying that I'm isolated? Trust me, I hear it, I understand it sounds stupid, but you just have to trust me when I say that's how I have been. You see, everyone I know works 9 to 5, and my wife works 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. When everyone in my life gets off work, I started my stream, which was the only real consistent thing I couldn't move to spend time with other people. We as creators get into streaming and content because we want freedom, right? We don't want to do a normal 9 to 5 job. That is the core appeal. But as things were for me, I didn't get that freedom. And I don't think many streamers get that freedom. And that has been a big part of why I'm struggling with my imposter syndrome so much more lately. I am constantly trying to create and create and create, come up with more ideas, more content. But I wasn't going out and experiencing the world, meaning I was running out of things to inspire my content. I couldn't keep myself going with jokes and stories and ideas because I was just living and breathing streaming. LJ, you're an advice channel? Stop telling your own story and tell me what I can learn from this, because I don't really care about you. Alright, keep it in your pants. If you want a tip, then I'd say make sure you make time for friends and family. Make sure your stream schedule isn't overloading your entire life. Streaming should be a secondary to everything else in your life. It might sound obvious, but from reading the comments on this channel, I think a lot of the people who are watching these videos let their streams dominate most of their time. I know I did, and that caused me to burn out and really dislike going live. So that is the first big step. I am now streaming during the daytime, my time. I'm streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during the day. And I'll be doing a mix of just chatting, indie games, collabs, and longer playthroughs. But a big part of it will be going live to just simply blow off steam and create content for videos on my second channel. Because the truth is, my stream is in no way my focus anymore. My current focus is actually diversifying and working on other projects. This lack of prioritizing my stream is another big reason I can see myself sometime soon having a big drop in viewership as well. Instead, for example, I'm focusing on a recently created gaming channel, which has been a huge amount of fun to begin with. And I want to keep working on SSN and get back to doing weekly uploads for you guys, bringing more streamers in to help share their perspectives and releasing more content and more overlays for you guys, because that's so fun to work with a community like that. And I've committed myself to upload daily TikToks for an entire year, which by the time this video is out, I hopefully have started, and I haven't missed a day already, which is stressing me out. But I'm excited for it, which is better than being stressed out and not excited. You're probably thinking though, why are all these other projects going to be my focus when you're a streamer who loves streaming, who talks about streaming, and gives stream advice? Well, because I think they give me freedom. Listen, I'm not trying to dissuade anyone from becoming a streamer. I don't want you guys to think that this is me telling you guys, don't do it. But the thing about streaming is that it is brutal. It isn't what it looks like from the outside. You see, you need to go live almost daily, and you can't just go live for an hour. No, you have to be live for like 4 to 8 hours every stream just to compete with the guy next to you. This means every single week you could be going live for 25, 40 hours. And that's not including all the prep time to get everything ready, come up with ideas, and do everything else. Or you could just make 1 or 2 videos on YouTube a week and focus on making TikToks as well, and then fit all of that work to create all that content into your own schedule. You don't have to be there every single day editing all day, but you do have to be there going live every single day, all day. LJ, remember, this is an advice channel. You can't just tell stories and give ideas. You have to spell it out for me. Yes, okay, so advice. The advice is to really think about your goals, because streaming takes up a lot of time, as I've said. And if there are other things in your life that are important to you, or if your goals aren't to just go live until you drop, well, streaming will weirdly absorb the time you could spend on the important things. I used to have so many hobbies. I was a fantastic street photographer. I'll throw some on screen now, but it's hard to find time to go out into the streets and take photos and meet people when you have to be live every single night, and then you have to be up early to edit or prep go lives and everything else. Or maybe something that you guys will relate to a bit more, I barely had time with my old stream schedule to play games with friends. It just wasn't a thing anymore. I only played games on stream, which sucks. It's funny because I think the thing I'm actually going to miss most about streaming at nights though is the sense of community that I have there. And I know that eventually daytime slots will feel similar, I hope at least. But I feel like I'm walking away from about 2.5 years worth of memes, memories, and fun with not much to show for it. Like, it's all going to just be forgotten. Because another reason why the new gaming channel is important to me actually is it's sort of like a history of all my streaming. The fun moments with my community will stay as videos forever now. I really hate that I didn't focus on YouTube and a side channel sooner, just for that aspect that I feel like I've lost so many amazing memories. Look, I know all of this sounds dramatic for a streamer, and I probably take all of this far too seriously. In fact, I know that I take all of this far too seriously. But it's my dream job, right? I love it. I love what I get to do here. Either way, I made the change to daytime streams about 2 to 3 weeks ago now, and truthfully, my viewership hasn't changed much. I do think that's just fresh though. I think a lot of people are coming in to check me out in the new slot who's never been able to watch me live before, but they won't stick around. I have a sneaky suspicion that in the next few months, I'm going to have a lot less chatters and a lot less viewers coming into my stream. But that's okay, because I'll have other projects that I'm excited to work on. And probably more importantly, I'll actually get to have dinner with my wife or my family or go get drinks with some friends. As I said at the start, this schedule change might be the worst mistake I've ever made. It might end up that my streaming career never recovers from losing all those viewers and losing that sense of community that I have. I might never have the same average viewership. I will likely need to spend another 3 years grinding my viewership back up. But it also might be the most successful mistake I've ever made. I might grow new channels and learn new things rather than be stuck in the same routine for another 3 years. And if you've supported my night stream in the past, thank you so much. If you haven't been able to watch me, well, drop by during the day now. It's a lot of fun when we all get to hang out together. And the best part about me doing this channel alongside my stream is that every time I have a success or a failure, you guys get to watch as well, which doesn't add to the anxiety of me trying to help you grow while making mistakes along the way. But hey, at least you can learn from it, have a laugh, and watch this video right here if you want to learn more as well. I'll see you guys next week.